Good morning.
No more
Wow.
knobs, no more knobs, no more knobs, no more knobs.
I'm just so surprised to see how many people are here today. Thank you for coming. It's wonderful. And welcome to our 2023 Hatsubon and Obon service. Also, a warm welcome to all those who joined us on Zoom this morning. Welcome to you. We are honored today to have with us Reverend Orai Fujikawa, retired Kaikyoshi minister, as our special guest, the former Bishop of the Buddhist Churches of Canada. We also have on the Naijing our resident minister, Reverend Grant Ikuta, and minister assistants Robert Akune and Roy Akune senses. This morning we will begin our service with Mokuso, silent meditation, followed by the Shomyo, the recitation of the Nembutsu.
No more knobs, no more knobs, no more knobs, no more knobs, no more knobs.
Would everyone please rise, those who can? And we will now have the homages and the Tisarana, which is on page 10 and 11 of the Purple Satan.
For those of you on Zoom, it's on the screen. Come on, screen. There we go. So it's on the screen as well for those of you who are here. We'll do the English and then the Japanese. 3啓蒙の英語と日本語でいただきたいと思います。Hard it is to be born into human life. Now we are living it. Difficult it is to hear the teachings of the Blessed One. Now we are hearing them. If we do not gain emancipation in the present life, we may not be free from the sorrow of the ocean of births and deaths. Let us reverently take refuge in the three treasures. We go to the Buddha for guidance. May we always walk in the way that leads to enlightenment. Everyone, we go to the Buddha for guidance. May we always walk in the way that leads to enlightenment. We go to the Dharma for guidance. May we be submerged in the depth of the teachings and gain wisdom as deep as the ocean. Everyone, we go to the Dharma for guidance. May we be submerged in the depth of the teachings and gain wisdom as deep as the ocean. We go to the Sangha for guidance. May we all with one accord live the life of harmony in the spirit of oneness, free from the bondage of selfishness. Everyone, we go to the Sangha for guidance. May we all with one accord live the life of harmony in the spirit of oneness, free from the bondage of selfishness. Even through myriads of kalpas, hard it is to hear such excellent and profound teachings. Now we are able to hear and receive them. Let us try to understand the Tathagata's teachings. Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu. それでは日本語で三啓蒙をいただきたいと思います。紫の聖典は10ページ目に載っています。また、画面にも映っています。三啓蒙。人参受けがたし、今すでに行く。仏法聞きがたし、今すでに聞く。好み根性に向かってどせずんば。 さらにいずれの章に向かってか好みをどせん。大衆もろともに指針に参謀に帰依し立てまするべし。自ら仏に帰依し立てまする。まさに願わくは主情とともに大道を体現して無常意を起こさん。自ら法に帰依し立てまする。まさに願わくは主情とともに深く共造に入りて知恵海のごとくならん。自ら僧に帰依し立てまする。まさに願わくは主情とともに大衆を通りして一切無下ならん。無常人人未明の方は百千万号にも愛用ことかたし、我今検問し受事すること得たり、願わくは如来の真実義を下し立てまつらん。ナモアミダブス、ナモアミダブス、ナモアミダブス、ナモアミダブス。ナモアミダブス。
Please be seated. We will now have the sutra chanting, the Sambujo, which is on page 89, followed by the Amida Kyo on page 90. During the chanting, I will be calling on the Hatsubon families, and I believe the list I have is in chronological order.
Namandavs, 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 namandavs.
Yeah, okay, great. So, can I ask you, would it be all right if you came on the second trip? Okay, but I've got 5 people, so I'm like, okay. Let's break this up. Yeah. Down and up. Yeah, okay, that's good. Okay, well, and let's see if it happens. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, see you then.
氷脈敬って大慈大悲の阿弥陀如来の尊前に申し上げます。本日ここにスティーブストン仏教会本堂においてうやうやしく尊前を称言し、三州の人々と共に年頃に商業を独自して2023年度の初盆並びにお盆法要を言収いたします。謹んで思いますに、裏盆会はお経の裏盆経より木蓮尊者とその亡くなられたお母様の故事により、先立ち生ける人々の恩内を忍びつつ、自他もろともに三宝に帰依して仏徳を参誕する法要になり、願わくはこの荘園を木として念仏者が力を合わせて浄土真宗を伝え、心豊かに暮らせる社会を築き、世界の平和に貢献できることを念じてやみません。ここにスティーブストン仏教会駐在開教師釈真剣謹んで申し上げます。Adoration. Today, in the presence of Amida Buddha, the members of the Stiston Buddhist Temple have gathered to observe the 2023 Hatsubon and Obon service. We have adorned the altar with offerings and flowers and recite the sutra in gratitude to the workings of Amida Buddha. The Obon service has its origin in the story of Moggallana, one of the disciples of Shakyamuni Buddha, and his mother. The service is to remember all those who have passed before us and to express our gratitude to them by listening and receiving the wisdom of the Buddha Dharma. As we receive the teachings, we continue to live our lives following the Nembutsu path, living together in harmony with one another, as well as serving the greater community. We entrust ourselves to the working of Amida Buddha and awaken to the true oneness of all life. Thus is our collective aspiration. Humbly and respectfully, Shaku Shinken, Resident Minister, Stiston Buddhist Temple. Amida Kyo Myoze Gamo Ijiji Buddhazai Shae Gogagi Jugi Godoku Yodai Bikushu Seni Yakugo Juningu Kaizen Ayaraga Shusho Jishiki Joro Shari Olam Akamogen Magagasho Magagazen Magakujira Rihata Shuri Anaga Nana Ragara Kyobo Anai Binzuru Harada Karanai Magagahina Akura Anuruda Nyose Dojo
門十四里王子愛なも三元長内も三上昇人も三四女性の将内も三九尺大会員の無料書で内宿日仏語道路者利用中世在用家中万の仏道不世界妙万極楽合道仏語は弥陀根源在世も者利用移動学校妙意極楽合格主張無宿断受奨楽合妙極楽不者利用極楽
I will begin calling the names of the Hatsubon families. There are 2 burners, so please use them. Tabata Mieko, Nagata Sayoko, sorry, Koyanagi Yoshiko, Sawada Masao, Hirano Masami, Yamamoto Kayoko, Iwata Ruthie and Iwata Genevieve. Sakai Mitz,
りよずにょもずいしじょじつせざよしょしょしょいしゃがいぶずごくどむさまぐしゅだりやざがつこくどしょむさまぐどしみょがきょうじつせしょしゅにょがいせあびなぶよくりょせぬえんげしょさしゃりよずいぶずごくどみうずいどしょうがじゅげあらもすいみみょうににょやくせんじゅがくじょじくさもんせおんじゃがいじ
なりは先へ。
ねそししじゃりよずごむずごくどじょじゅにょせくどくしょうごしゃりよずおにょいがいぶずがご
吉田フェイ。
みなじゃりよずいぶずごみょむりょしょじ
徳川マイク。森浩二。John Fred。シャリヨズアミナムニョムイライヨガジガウシャリヨズイムズムリョムエジョモンデシガヤラガイゼザンジュジジョのちしょぼざしゅやくぶにょせしゃりよ 月島英二。
ごくどじょじゅにょせごくどくしょがむしゃりよずごくらごくどしゅじょじょじゃがいせあびばじごじゅ
原田茂ジャック。野上博史。しょのちしなんがいむりょむえらそぎごせずしゃりよずしゅじょもんじゃおどずがんが前で豊子。
六よにょせしょじょせにぐえいしょしゃりよずかいしょ
If you come up a second time, you just bow, please. 小山鶴子。森かほる。
3日204日5日
月島茂子アイリーン有馬ダニエル秀樹岸節子サリー
ダリオズガケンゼリゴゼスシゴンニャグシュジョボンゼゼシャオドズガンショイゴグドダリオズニョガゴンジャサンナミダブ不可思議グドグドボヤグアシュグビブシュミゾブズダイシュミブズシュミゴブズミョワンブズニョゼド
We have a few guests in attendance today. A representative from the Calvary Buddhist Temple. A representative from the Fraser Valley Buddhist Temple. A representative from the Vancouver Buddhist Temple. A representative from the Moyano Kai. A representative from Takarajima. Stevenson Buddhist Temple, Bukyokai. Yoga Buddha Nyase Dogo Gaja Shusho Buddha Gagu Stevenson Buddhist Temple, Fujinkai. Stevenson Buddhist Temple, Dharma School.
我不我教不是高高不是大眼根不是大西给我给公心不是ราชูวบุตรโอเกตุกบุตรเกอิสายกิบุตรโยเชมิเซมบุตรโยเซโตโกกาชาชูโชบุตรกังกุโอโกโกกสิโกโจเซโซเอ็มบุสันเซนไดเซนเซไกเซสโจจิสโกโยโตเชโยโตจินเซโชสัมภกาชิกิกุโตอิสัยโชบุตรโชโกเนงโยชาริโยตโอโยอิยังกาโกโมอิสัยโชบุตรโชโกเนงโยชาริโยตญะกุเซนันชิเซโยนิมนเซโชบุโชเสสเมียวเยโกเมียวชาเซโชเซนันชิเซโยนิไคสายโชบุตรเกโชโกเนไคโตเกไดเตโวอะโนเกดาราสัมยกสัมโมเดเดโกชาดิโยตโยโตไกโตชินเจกะโกเยโชบุโชเสสชาดิโยตญะกุนิโยตกะโกตกันโตตกันโยกโชวามิดาบะโกกโชเซโชนินโตไกโตกะไดเตโวอะโนกดาระสัมยกสัมโมไดโออิโกกโตญะกุอิโชญะกุโกนโยญะกุโตโชเซโกชาริโยตโชเซนันชิเซโยนิญะกุชินญาโอโตตะกันโชอิโกกโตชาริโยตโยกะกอนญาโชสันโชบุตรกาชิกิกุโตอิโชมโนยะกุโชเสสกะหุกาชิกิกุโตนิสาเสกอนชักมณีบุตรโนอิจินนาเควชิจิโนชาบะโกกุโตโกจกอะกุเสโกจกเกนจกบันนาจกชื่อจจกเมียวจกชื่อโตกุอาโนกุตาราสัมยกสัมโมเดโรชิโจเซเซอิสัยเซเกนันชิชิโอชาริโอสโตจิกาวโกจกอะกุเสโกชินันจิโตกุอาโนกุตาราสัมยกสัมโมเดอิสัยเซเกนเซชินันชิชิโอเซอิจินัมปุเสชิโกอิชาริโยตเกโชบิกุอิสัยเซเกนเตนิอาชุระโตมมบุตโชเสตกังกิชินจุสารายนิโกปุเสตอามินาเกียวนามานาเบนามานาเบนามานา Namanavs, 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 Namanavs.
We will now have Reverend Grant Ikuta introduce our special guest minister.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to our 2023 Hatsubon and Obon service. Some of you, I had a couple of questions asking, what is Hatsubon? Hatsu means the first, and so Hatsubon is the first Obon since your loved one passed away. And we generally go from June of the previous year till the end of May of this year. And this year we had quite a few Hatsubon families. As you can see by the lanterns here, we have 23 families or individuals who entered the Pure Land over the course of this past year. And it's like when your child goes off to college for the first time and they come back for the first time. It's the same type of thing. Your loved ones are coming back to us for the first time since they passed on last year or this year. And so as part of our Obon, Obon of course is to remember all of our loved ones, but it's especially important for the first year memorial. And so as part of this, we always have our guest minister, and we are very honored and grateful to have Reverend Orai Fujikawa with us today. Fujikawa Sensei is sort of my mentor in that when I first came back to Canada from studying in Japan in 1992, I was assigned to be an associate minister at the Toronto Buddhist Temple, where Fujikawa Sensei was the head minister. So I was able to observe and work under him for a couple of years until he was then transferred out to the West here. And those few years that I worked with him, he was always very gracious and gentle and a good mentor for myself. And I learned so much through my experience with Fujikawa Sensei. And all of you know him, of course, because of his long time as the Bishop of Canada, as well as the minister at the Vancouver Buddhist Temple. 本日は2023年の初盆並びにお盆法要に皆さんようこそお参りしていただきました。この初盆はご存知のように初めてのお盆を初盆というんですね。で、私たちは、去年の6月から今年の5月の終わりまでの間を、お盆の季節と、お盆に数えるですね、月になるわけなので、その、大体、12ヶ月の間にですね、去年、今年は非常に多くお浄土に、帰られた方がいて、全員で23名もお浄土に往生されたということになります。で、お盆には、いつもご講師をお招きさせていただいているわけなんですが、今回は、引退開教師また、元総長の藤川往来先生を招待させていただきました。藤川先生は私の恩人でもあり、私が日本から留学を終えて最初に行ったのがトロント仏教会で、そこに2年余りの間、藤川先生の下で働くご縁がありました。そしてその後先生はこちらに移動してバンクーバー仏教会、そしてカナダの開教総長と長年務め ってこられました。それでは、これから、藤川往来先生のご法案をお願いしたいと思います。あれ、先生どこ、こっちに。先生、よろしくお願いします。はい、大丈夫です。
西方の浄土は父行きませる国。西方の浄土は母行きませる国。西方の浄土は親しき者の行きませる国。たった一つの道にて、念仏の道にて。The Pure Land in the West is where my father has gone. The Pure Land in the West is where my mother has gone. The Pure Land in the West is where my good friends have gone. There is only one way to get there. That is the way of Nembutsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Good morning, everyone. Thank you very much, Ikuta Sensei and Stevenston Buddhist Temple, for your kind invitation to your annual Obon service. I have been retired for the last 7 years. However, I have been very busy with babysitting and writing memoirs, as well as going to see the doctors and dentists and blood tests and so on. Even last night, I woke up midnight and watched Nagoya Basho sumo wrestling. First of all, I'd like to join each and everyone this morning in paying my tribute, a tribute of appreciation to all the loved ones, including Hatsubon people here, for their contribution and commitment to maintain our Jodo Shinshu mission in this area, also across Canada for over 100 years. Now, I was told to start a Dharma message in Japanese first, so maybe 5 to 10 minutes I'd like to speak in Japanese. 今席はスティーブストン仏教会のお盆法要のご縁であります。まず、少し古い話から話してみたいと思います。私は1968年、ちょうど55年前ですね、初めてカナダにやってまいりました。京都がとても寒い日でありました。0度ぐらい、0度の、この国では0度はそう寒くないんですけど、京都の寒さはですね、0度いうととても寒い。2月の末に、京都を出まして、羽田発、そしてハワイ経由でサンフランシスコに飛びました。サンフランシスコで2週間オリエンテーションをいたしまして、3月半ばにバンクーバー空港に着きました。最初に出会ったのがグラント先生のおじいさん、生田新庄先生、それからこのお寺の 駐在でありました永谷幸章先生、そしてバンクーバーの八雲大淳先生、3人の先生にお会いしました。そしてこのスティーブストンの本堂に案内していただきまして、えらい日本のお寺とは随分違う雰囲気であるということを思ったことがあります。そして、次の日に、カルガリーまで飛びまして、カルガリーから小さい飛行機に乗り換えまして、レスブリッジに着きました。レスブリッジに着きました3月の14日だったと思います。14日か15日だったと思いますが、零下15度でありました。零下15度。その時思ったのはですね、この冷凍庫のカナダにやってきて大変なところへ来たもんだなと思ったものであります。しかし、レスブリッジでは、小坂聖木開教師の下で、約2年半ほど過ごしまして、カナダの生活になれました。その時に、その頃、ケローナの奥田先生が突然日本に帰るということになりまして、私はケローナ仏教会に10年ほど勤めました。そして10年経った時に、今度はトロントの重藤先生がまた日本に突然帰るということになりまして、とうとう私はトロントに駐在したわけであります。トロントというお寺はご存知のように1945年戦争が終わりまして、スローキャンにおられた辻健龍先生がトロントに移られまして、トロントとハミルトン、それからモントリオールの3つのお寺を建てられたんであります。トロントは当時、大きなお寺、カナダで一番大きなお寺だったと思います。信徒数が800ありまして、午前10時半でしたかね、サンデースクール、それから11時から英語礼拝、それから午後1時から日本語礼拝とですね、エブリサンデーもうほとんどお寺がいっぱいになるほどお参りがありました。私が1月につきまして、1ヶ月も経たないうちにですね、寒いトロントでですね、とっても忙しかったことがあります。それは10日間で7人の方が亡くなられたんであります。10日間で7人ですよ。で、当時はですね、今のコロナ感染時代と違いまして、亡くなられるとすぐにですね、先生すぐ枕京に来てくれと言われます。枕京に行きますと、次の日がお通夜でしょ。大体お家でお通夜をやるんですね。それから2日後にはもうお寺で告別式であります。告別式が済むと次の日は火葬でありますね。火葬が済むと初七日、それから35日とか49日が続きますから、もう本当にですね、もう寝る暇のないほど朝から晩まで知らないトロントの土地をですね、地図を見ながらドライブしながらですね、走り回ったことを覚えております。で、15年ほどトロントにいたんでありますけれども、私の記録では大体600のお葬式をさせていただきまして、で当時はですね、ちょうど3世が年頃でありまして、結婚式も180回させていただいたことを覚えております。さて、そのトロント仏教会ですね、その当時はバサーストとブロワの地下鉄の近くにお寺がありまして、そのお寺の本堂に入りますと、上り階段があります。上り階段を上って、 本堂に入るわけでありますけれども、その上り階段を上がったところにですね、小さな額がかかっておりまして、その額にはですね、こういう歌が書かれてありました。一人来て二人で帰る嬉しさよ、南無阿弥陀仏道連れにして。ちょっと繰り返します。一人来て二人で帰る嬉しさよ、南無阿弥陀仏道連れにして。この歌を読んだ時にですね、なんと正面から見事に人間は何のために生まれてきたんだろうか、何のためにお寺参りをするんだろうかということをですね、正面から見事に教えてくれる、とてもありがたい歌であると私は感動したのであります。考えてみますとですね、人間おぎゃーと生まれて命を終わるまでこの無常の世界であります。そしてこの無常の世界であるために四苦八苦の連続の人生であります。そういう人生におきまして、さて私はどうしてこの世に生まれてきたんだろうか、またこの苦しい人生をどのように渡っていったらいいんだろうかということをいつも人間として考えるわけであります。その上に、一人一人の人生はなかなか孤独なものであります。もちろん人生を全体を見ますと楽しいこともあります。やれ結婚だとかですね、また子供ができたとか入学式卒業式、そういうようにですね、めでたい楽しい思い出もあるわけでありますけれども、よくよく考えますとやはり、苦しみの多い人生であります。特に、年を取っていきますと連れ合いを亡くされたり、また若い子供を病気で亡くしたりですね、非常に、悲しいことの多い世界であります。特に、私の年になりますと80過ぎたわけでありますけれども次から次へとですね、高校時代の同窓生が日本で亡くなったとか悲しいニュースが入ってまいります。そういう私たちにとりまして、親鸞上人はですね、800年前法然上人と出会われまして、法然上人のイントロダクションおかげによりまして阿弥陀如来に会うことができたんであります。阿弥陀如来の他力本願の教えに出会われたのであります。この出会いによってですね、私たちはなんとかこの人生を乗り越えていく道、そういうものを教えられたんであります。そして乗り越えともにですね、この人生を全うして死んでいける道を教えられたんであります。誠にありがたいことだと思いますね。死んでいくではなくてですね、親鸞上人の教えによりますと、死ぬんではなくてお浄土へ生まれさせていただくんだと、そういう教えをいただいたんであります。私たちはこの教えによってですね、命終わってもお浄土に生まれさせていただき、懐かしい父親母親兄弟親しい友達にも会うというありがたいご念仏をいただいたわけであります。日本語はこの辺で何万だちょっとお茶は水を一杯すみません。ナマンダウスナマンダウス Now coming back to my English message, today I'd like to talk about Sambujo in loving memory of all the loved ones. Sambujo is, we just chanted before Amida Kyo, first short chanting, which is usually chanted at the beginning, at first beginning, before the main chanting. Sambujo goes like this, as you know. Bujo Mida Nyorai Nyudojo Sangeraku. Bujo Shaka Nyorai Nyudojo Sangeraku. Bujo Jippo Nyorai Nyudojo Sangeraku. A brief translation is sincerely calling upon Amida Buddha to come into this dojo as we scatter the flowers of welcome. Sincerely calling upon Shakyamuni Buddha to come into this dojo as we scatter the flowers of welcome. And sincerely calling upon all the Buddhas in 10 directions to come into this dojo as we scatter flowers of welcome. You know Amida Buddha. Amida Buddha lives in the Pure Land and very busy working to welcome all the sentient beings. He has two important characteristics: infinite light and infinite life. In other words, he has a permanent light and permanent life. So he's a Buddha of wherever and whenever. Yeah, Buddha of wherever and whenever. He's a Buddha now and here. And Shakyamuni Buddha, as you know, is a historical Buddha born in India, attained enlightenment at the age of 35, and closed his human life at the age of 80 years old. He went into perfect nirvana. Now, Buddha of 10 directions, I guess some of you know, but just in case, what are the 10 directions? North, south, east, and west. That's 4 directions. And then northeast, northwest, southeast, and southwest. There are 8 directions. Now, up and down. Yeah, you have to add 2 more, up and down. So that's 10 directions. This includes all the ancestors. 10 direction, Buddha of 10 direction includes all the ancestors, your parents, grandparents, brothers and sisters, uncles, auntie, and friends, all the friends. Today I see attendance is not full house, but maybe 200 people. But if you include Amida Buddha, Shakyamuni Buddha, and Buddha in 10 directions, that's millions of Buddha is here in this Hondo building. That's a wonderful thing to know. Now, one day I talked about Sambujo at one of the memorial service, but after the memorial service, I got the question from young Sansei. This Sansei is a very smart guy who knows about the teaching of Jodo Shinshu. And the question was, Sensei, why do you have to call upon Amida Buddha every time? Why do you have to call upon Amida Buddha every time? You don't need to call him, as he is a Buddha of wherever and whenever. He is now and here all the time. So you don't have to call upon him. I responded, you are right. You are right. Logically speaking, you are right. However, we are ordinary human beings who often forget very important matter. Another example is the air we inhale and exhale 24 hours a day. How many people really appreciate the existence of the air? And how many of us really appreciate the great compassion of Amida Buddha now and here? Not many people. Only when you quietly put your two palms together and recite Namo Amida Butsu, you can truly recognize, yes, you can truly recognize and appreciate Amida Buddha. So, Sambujo is very important chanting. It's a great reminder for all of us, and how wonderful it is to be here, surrounded by the compassion of Amida Buddha and surrounded by the existence of air. Thank you very much. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu.
Thank you, Sensei, for your message today, and thank you for coming back to Steveston. Would everyone please rise, and we will have our Gotha Ondoksan. It is on page 307.
Okay, I just have to bring up the song. Hang on a second.
Please remain seated if you have difficulty standing.
Where do we go? Sorry, everybody, just give me 2 seconds.
Please be seated. We will have the presentation of the offertory.
Please join me in Gasho.
Thank you, Kuni. May I call on our temple president, President Ted Akune, for a few words?
Just want to thank everyone for attending this service. As mentioned earlier, it would be wonderful if we had everyone here with this size of filling up the Hondo. It would be just super. I know that that's not always possible, but I do encourage all of you, if you are able to attend any of our services or even attend the Zoom services, it would truly be appreciated. Most of you are aware that temples in general in North America, as well as churches, they're in existence because of people who support their local church or their local temple. And as you are aware, many churches and temples are having to close because they cannot continue because the lack of support. And so I truly encourage you to attend our temple, and you know, it's never too late to come and hear wonderful talks that we have from Reverend Grant. And I know that a number of people attend the Zoom services, and we have people from as far away as New York, Eastern Canada, Southern United States, and even a few from Mexico. I understand even from Hawaii in the past as well. So there's nothing that stops us from hearing the message. And so I truly do encourage you. And again, thank you so very, very much for attending. And when you do attend, I think all of you go away feeling connected to all the people that are around us, and especially with our own family. And most of you are aware that membership in general, everywhere, is having a difficult time. And one of the reasons for that is that everyone is getting older. And as indicated here, there's 23 lanterns there. And there are 23 people that have passed away since the last, forget what Reverend Grant said, was it June to?
May.
Oh, May to June.
No, June to May.
June to May. So that's an indication of how aged our population is. And so for those of you who have children and grandchildren, it would be great if you could encourage them to come and attend, even if it's just once in a while. So thank you very much again for coming to our Obon and Hatsubon service, and thank you very much.
Thank you, Ted. And I have an announcement from Kuni Ikuta. Kuni? Where is he? Kuni, you wanted to speak.
Thank you, Itoko. I'm up here to pitch our annual BC Jodo Shinshu Buddhist Temples Convention. And this year it's being held in the wonderful city of Vernon. It's being held on the weekend of the 23rd, 24th. But we are having a bus from here picking up people from Vancouver and from the Fraser Valley Buddhist Temple on the way. So we'll be leaving here on Friday. So in reality, I guess it'll be from the 22nd to the 24th. It's going to be a wonderful weekend in Vernon, and it will comprise of different things such as, naturally, Dharma talks from different ministers, and the guest minister this year is going to be Reverend James Martin Sensei. He was the former retired minister from Calgary, and he's been asked to come and speak. And the theme this year is called the Dharma of Pie. Many ingredients make one. Should be very interesting. They have various things such as, naturally, Dharma talks on the theme with breakout sessions, and we're going to learn a new odori called Mottainai dance. It's very, very unique. We did it in Nanaimo in last year's visitation of the Obon visit to Vancouver Island, and it was very interesting and very fun. And then they'll have Tai Chi, different things such as that, and also a tour of the northern Okanagan Valley and visitation on one of the great farms up there, which is something like they have different things for sale, pies and food, delicious food up there at that farm. So if you are interested, and we encourage you to come, please, to support the Vernon Buddhist Temple, which comprises of very few members, so they are depending on outside help. So if we could fill the bus, we will have a 51 passenger bus or something like that, was it, Reverend Grant? 56 passenger bus leaving, which have chartered from here. I think the cost will run you up roughly $50 per person.
Subsidized.
Subsidized?
The bus is subsidized.
Oh, the bus is subsidized. Okay, thank you. And so if you are interested, I'm going to leave this posted on that bulletin board at the back, and it has where you can send your contacts to. So please, let's go to Vernon. Thank you.
Thank you, Kundi. Yes, we did have fun the last time we were there in Vernon. Okay, this concludes our service today. Couple of things. Remember to pick up your whole meal. And then after the service, the ladies have prepared a small lunch for you. And it's in the wisteria, which is across on the other side. What else?
Yes, and also these are the lanterns for the Hatsubon families. They're in chronological order, starting at the top. So the first one was Mrs. Tabata, right? So up there, and then it works its way across, and then it starts over there. If you see just the Japanese on one side, there's English on the other side. So you just flip it around to take a look, okay? So please come on up and get your lanterns and take it home. They're for you to keep. If those of you who have lanterns from previous years and you no longer wish to keep it, you're more than welcome to bring it back to the temple, and we will reuse it again for future Hatsubon families. Thank you to Haji. I don't know if he's here. Haji helps make the stands for these lanterns every year. So please come and get your lantern and your whole meal. And before we go over to the wisteria place, I'd like to just do a pre-meal meditation. So if you could join me in Gassho. We partake of this meal in deepest gratitude. We thank Amida Buddha and all the causes and conditions that have allowed us to gather here today. As we share this meal together for the Hatsubon and Obon service for the year 2023, let us take a moment to reflect. We are grateful to the food that has sacrificed itself so we may receive nourishment. We are grateful to those who had spent the time to prepare this meal. We are grateful to our loved ones who have joined us again for our Obon. And most of all, we're grateful for the time we are able to spend together. As we share in this meal, let us truly share the oneness of Amida Buddha. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Itadakimasu. Thank you. Thank you, everyone in Zoom.
Thank you.
Thank you.